sitting member of parliament from the state of Karnataka is in the news for a series of heinous crimes. And yet, we in India continue to elect such politicians. See, as per a Delhi-based organization, the Association for Democratic Reforms, in 2019, amongst the batch of newly elected Lok Sabha MPs, 43% had criminal cases against them. What is even more worrying is that this number was 30% in the year 2009, which means that there was an increase in the number of Lok Sabha MPs with criminal cases against them. Something even more worrying, of all these MPs, 29% had serious criminal charges against them. These pertain to heinous crimes like rape, murder, attempt to murder, etc. And once again, another worrying trend is that this number used to be much lower in 2009. Once again, the number of Lok Sabha MPs with serious criminal charges has also risen over the years. Apart from muscle power, a potential reason that is often cited for the election of such candidates in Indian elections is the fact that while they may be criminals, they are pro-poor and they have a Robin Hood-like image in their constituencies. Hence, their election in a way is justified by the public. But is that sufficient for their election to the temple of Indian democracy, the parliament? Well, if one were to make a moral argument, the election of such individuals, of course, legitimizes all the crimes that they commit. However, that's not all. In fact, the election of such candidates has a heavy negative impact on the socio-economic development of their constituencies. I'm not saying this. This has been proven after rigorous empirical research by a group of researchers. In their 2019 paper published in the Journal of Development Economics, Nishit Prakash, Mark Rockmore and Yogesh Uppal show us the negative effects of electing criminally accused politicians. In this paper titled "Do Criminally Accused Politicians Affect Economic Outcomes? Evidence from India?", this team of researchers focuses on the period of 2004 to 2008 and focuses on elections to the state assemblies. The results, however, can be generalized to the parliamentary elections as well. Very shortly, what they do is they select constituencies which are similar on all fronts, except that one group has criminally accused politicians elected as MLAs and the other group has non-criminals elected as MLAs. When they compare these two different groups of constituencies, they find that the election of a criminally accused politician has the potential of reducing GDP growth by as much as 34%. That is a huge number. And what's not surprising at all is that they find that this negative impact is even worse when you consider those constituencies which elect those individuals who have serious criminal charges against them and are habitual offenders. Once again, by serious criminal charges, we mean heinous crimes like rape, kidnapping, murder, and attempt to murder. And then comes the double whammy. This group of researchers also finds that the negative effects of these criminally accused politicians are even stronger in those states where institutions are already weak. They point to cases like Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. In these states where state capacity is relatively weak, the appointment of such criminally accused politicians acts as a double whammy and negatively impacts development over and above the average impact. So the next time you go out to vote, do read about your candidate's profile. In fact, in the upcoming phase 3 of the Lok Sabha 2024 elections, almost 1 out of every 5 candidates in the fray has a criminal record against them. And let's for a moment thank this organization called Association for Democratic Reforms. They have taken upon themselves the responsibility of compiling data from affidavits and putting it together for consumption in the public domain. And let's also thank the Supreme Court of India for its judgment in 2003 that said that any candidate who wishes to contest an election has to declare all criminal cases against them. And this was today's Ballot Ki Baat. Before I leave, today's political test. It's a fairly straightforward question, but a very interesting one. In the year 1978, the Chief Minister of an Indian state was decided by a lottery process. Which state am I talking about? Do send in your answers. I will come back again with another Ballot Ki Baat and another question. Until then, thank you very much.